He, of course, basically simple, just like with a little bit of a well, with the number D decremented, from 1 to 0,
Yeah.
the
They're
same
basically the same.
number of letters in their names as well. So he's basically simple son. Spiritually, of course. Simple was not that proactive in his earlier years, and we'll be seeing how this pistol round plays out. Monezi with a CZ75 and a smoke. Now that's a weird vibe, but Fear, a return to normality. Two flashes and a diffuse kit. No real utility on the Astralis talent side whatsoever. They will just be legging it here toward B. The boost kind of giving away that there's two players there, and they'll pay with their lives.
Those are very quick and very impactful kills to get for the Astralis talent side. Yeah, the boost, as you say, catches them out a little bit, the fast push. In terms of, they're trying to set up the boost and there's just players running at them, not really able to get into any sort of better positions as they collapse the boost. And now it's left up to just 3 players for NAVI Junior to try and salvage this. But I think they might just try and salvage these guns and the armor they've got into the next round.
The
Avoid
kid
he
as
is.
well, yeah. They need to keep that in their hands, and there you go. One of the players just did drop, and man, oh man, like some rounds are just over like before they even begin, right? Just holding W all the way from T spawn to B, getting those 2 frags, and that was the round right there. Sure, there was a bit of an engagement towards short, but the P2, neither the P250 nor the USP, both accurate at long ranges, as we all know. Definitely could not find a kill there. And in the end, Navi Jr., they will be starting out on the back foot here as Astralis Talent desperately trying to get as many T-side rounds here as possible until the inevitable switch over to CT side. And best of luck, Astralis Talent. This map will be a tough one.
For sure. It's, I mean, 1 on the board already. Better than the start and overpass.
Much better, yes.
Yeah, they should be able to find a second here as well, disregarding any heroics from the Navi Junior side. But you never know. Munezi with that scout, a couple deagles as well on the cards, but
Okay, well,
the high jump has been contested there. It's best to get sent flying off the balcony. And why did his body go so far?
Headshots midair, I suppose.
Oh dear.
Comical to see either way. Astralis Talent have taken control of this A bomb site, and the bomb should be going down shortly with the retake happening just from the CT spawn area. And all the terrorists, they can basically put all of their resources into watching this one. Multiple people stacked up next to each other, and there you go. One of them goes down. They won't be expecting all techs on the same angle, but the smoke not really covering off the bomb diffuser at all. They can spray through that smoke all day and find anyone who tries to put their multimeter onto the C4 explosive. As that's not really going to be transpiring here. Navi Jr. with the inferior weaponry, of course, can't hold their ground, let alone push. And that's going to be Astralis Talent with the successful conversion of the pistol round. Going into the third here, Navi should be saving, thus bringing Astralis Talent to a 3-0 lead.
Pause coming through pretty early on here. Navi they'll be taking the eco, and yeah, Astralis Talents have a bit of chance to build up some cash in reserve here because they'll have to rebuy quite a few of these weapons, having only a couple players surviving that previous round. But luckily for us, it's a pretty short pause this time, and we will be heading back into things pretty sharpish. Astralis Talent wheeled in 2 AKs, a couple Mac 10s. What's all Tech's gonna have?
Well, there's plenty of money still on Void, so he could have a AK as well. Probably one on the floor at this point, because I can't imagine why they wouldn't have bought it yet. But yet another pause has been called, so we'll be putting that one on standby for now. Just to mention, it did just start snowing outside of my window.
Oh, crazy.
Happy like April, mid-April at this point. 13th.
Yeah, we had snow over the weekend over in the UK, so it was yeah. I think we might need to start taking global warming seriously, guys.
just a little bit, yeah. I think at this point we should be doing some stuff. Either way, rest in peace the cherry tree in my backyard. It's uncovered right now. It was in mid bloom. But I think we have some bigger problems on our hands here. The first kill already going the way of Navi Jr., and this is where things can start to snowball out of control. One kill is usually all it takes, and this, off the back of that deficit, an aggressive B push will be coming in, but Void, a speedy headshot, gets rid of one of the defenders very quickly. Vester with the MAC-10 as well can just push on in and farm some money. He's playing Farming Simulator already, finding 2 kills there, and that MAC-10 has paid for itself. Just Pogrilov left. I think all the Pogs in the world can help him at this point.
Yeah, that was a very not Pog death.
Pog Orlov. Not in this one, of course. He did have some standout performances on the first map, which, if you didn't see, Navi Jr. won quite handily. So, and it was the map pick of Astralis, of course. Now we are on Navi's Mirage. So, for sure, we are expecting a stomp here, but off to a 3-0 lead. Let's see where the first full buy round takes us. Menezi on the AWP, as is Void. The utility pretty good across the board, but Navi Jr. all out of money.
Yeah, I mean, the Astralis talent economy isn't that much better either. Like, they have a bit of cash for Vigo and Nixon, but apart from that...
Better than having 50 apiece.
True.
Well, always good to
True.
have a little bit of reserve. Plus, if you survive with like 3 players, for example, always a possibility to just come in with yet another buy. And look at this. 3 players in apartments, no presence on short for now. We'll just be trying to execute onto B through the apartments alone. And there's a player playing up close. He's going to be waiting for his targets for just a little bit while longer, as they have entirely decided to abandon the plan, showing a little bit of presence and then starting to walk back, hoping that there would be re-aggression that would clear them out as a possibility, but that has not transpired. And the Molotov to clear out car won't be finding anyone as well. On the balcony still sinks. Just dodging grenades, and Astralis talent really letting them know that they're over here. 3 players now holding the B bomb site for Navi.
Yeah, and only 30 seconds on the clock. There's not many options. They are going to backtrack over towards the A side. It's going to have to be a bit of a sprint for a couple of those players, but the bomb is starting to get in a tink onto the back of the head. He still manages to trade out the frag though, Vigo, and Vester's trying to catch the rotation. What is that? Having a bit of a spin class there, as he does manage to find the frag and stay alive, and he'll regroup with his teammates. But look at Oltex. He's on the flank, finishes off what his teammate started, and brings it into that 3-on-3 with 20 seconds left on the bomb timer. They start pushing in, but that flashbang is so perfect. Blinds up all of them, and Munzi can't do anything more than just a single frag.
How did that round go the way of Astralis? I mean, they were in such a disadvantageous position in apartments, right? Everyone rotating around, but some failed. Well, Ankir, did he do like a bait jump at that point? Did he just notice that the player was there and decided to turn back, or did he do that preemptively? I can't even decide.
I have no
Either
idea.
way, he forces his teammates to predict his jump arc, which was completely wrong, and then headshots him up close with an M4. That's just some level of play that I will never achieve in my playing career. I'm so glad I can witness someone else at least doing that instead.
Yeah. This is the reason I do casting. I just like to live vicariously through somebody else.
Don't we all? Don't we all? But I wouldn't love to live vicariously through Navi at this moment. Being this many rounds behind, it is going to be 5-0 most likely, unless these Deagles can go absolutely huge. Of course, not much other than the big pistols in their hands for the moment. But 2 players in window could be tricky if any terrorists do show themselves to 2 players at once. But there you go, Void finds Menezi. And that's the most powerful player deleted already.
Sure. Onke, though, finding a lot of damage.
Wow.
Oh, and that allows Cynix to swing in. Could have had a second there, but Onke, he'll take down one himself, and that's the bomb dropped. And an awkward round is going to ensue here for Astralis talent. Luckily, Vester on the flanks, trying to restore a bit of normality. It's just Onke last alive, but he might still be able to catch the bomb carrier here and make life even more difficult, and that's an AWP now in his favor. as he has a 1 versus 2. The bomb in his control in 30 seconds to try and hold back these last two Astralis talent players.
I had the right idea with peeking jungle, but the player has waited just a little bit while longer to wait for his teammates to make his way toward the bomb. And at this point on Kier, he might lose control of it. But 16 seconds left. This KZ toward the catwalk area did not work out on Kier. He wasn't even checked. What? He gets the kill and downs the bomb. 5 seconds left. All he has to do is survive. And all techs, no chance in this round. We'll just be saving the AK-47. What was that? On Kier, not even checked on short.
I have no idea what the hell is going on anymore. Okay, just doing everything for his team. You think, oh, they might have a chance here as Vesta gets tagged. Maybe he should have just chucked the bomb to his teammate after that initial tag, but he tries to chase for the frag, ends up going down to the Deagle. And from that point, it's just Onke. He just runs away. He knows he's won the round. He heard the other player drop in towards mid, so he just knows that he's won the round at that point.
He absolutely did, but the initial frags were were even more impressive to some extent because he softens up so many players. Sure, it was kind of blind luck spraying through the smoke, but that allows the other Deagles to sort of get under the Astralis talent skin, and that they did. The round salvaged from what seemed to be unwinnable here. I did say they had to go huge, and I didn't expect Onkir to go at it again. We saw him perform on the previous map as well. But as for this one, the money, of course, for the Navi Junior side will be now excellent. It was a bit of a save on their end.
Yeah. I mean, obviously only Onke survives, so they don't have much in terms of building up cash, but...
Of course, but just enough to get everything they want here, and Astralis Talent, I can't say the same for them, right? They got a MAC-10, they got a Galil. Nixon just has a Deagle, and the utility is not looking too hot either.
Yeah. Get back into things. Astralis Talent. Round that slipped by the wayside there, and Onke. I'm sure I'd be getting a couple pats on the back for that one.
I'm sure, yeah. The team masseuse is behind him, slapping his shoulder.
Nice.
Ooh. Menezi getting the opening frag on this one. Astralis Talent already a man down. Void, of course, a very impactful player as well. The rest of this A offense just completely underwhelming. Running out of Palace, but a double from Altex does at least give us a glimmer of hope in this round. Just not a very good one. Now his position's so well known. The CT is already ready for him. He hasn't really repositioned, just waiting for someone to get aggressive onto him. And what reason is there for Navi to go aggressive here? Absolutely zero. With 1 minute remaining, he's going to have to push on forward.
Yeah, we saw the nade come flying in. 1 HP only for Altex at the moment. And he's out the shadow. Actually takes down Cyanix. He's making this a very costly round now for Navi Junior. 3 kills found for him all on his lonesome. He's going to rotate around into the palace by the looks of things. Just shift up his angle a little bit. Maybe catch another player unawares. He tries to find himself another one-on-one. But with the AK, he can certainly find these quick headshots. And that's what he's aiming for here.
With a KD of 5, he's looking to increase that one, isn't he? With 1 HP, this would be an amazing clutch.
Yeah, Pogolev, he's heard the bomb plant, though. He doesn't peek on the first tap, though. Knows that it's probably going to be a fake and just allows his teammate to watch for the push towards him. Monezi, with the AWP, claims it, and it is Navi Junior secure in a second. But yeah, a few kills coming through there. Nicely done by Ultex to make things costly, at least, for the CT side.
Definitely you want at least one player going huge late into the round, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And somehow survives all that time with 1 HP, but here we are. All off the back of a force buy win. Navi Junior, they get themselves 2 and probably a 3rd here as Astralis Talent will be ecoing. Just heavy presence toward mid for now. The jump boost, not really going to be distracting Menezi from the task at hand. Getting the easy AWP kill, and a rush into window might catch him off guard. It doesn't. The USP good for a kill, and that's an easy mop-up for the rest of the players here. Even Pierre managing to get some... Oh no, he didn't farm up any money. And if
defense.
you want to
Yeah.
farm up some
We
money,
were both gonna go for the same thing, weren't we? If you
it
want the
was
chance
very
of farming
obvious.
up some money, you can check out the LOOT.BET daily quests. Chances for some free spins, free bets, that sort of stuff. Just by completing some challenges. So, you know,
Absolutely right.
yeah. But Navi Junior, they are just sitting one round behind Astralis Talent right now, and this is all off the back of that Honker clutch on the Deagle.
And they could get another one because look at Astralis's money right now, completely decimated, and the utility is running out, and no kills yet, no blood shed really on this entire round here. Nixon down 81, but that's about it. So if they don't win this one, and we're looking at a 5-4 scoreline for the Navi Junior side, and that's an excellent start. Menezi and Palace going ham as the rest of the T's. Well, they left the bomb all the way back there, and I don't think they're going for a speedy execute through connector anytime soon. Menezi already ready for it, spots him out, doesn't connect, but the Molotov will seal their fate here as, oh no, he doesn't know he's burning alive there. Nixon falling. As
Oh no.
Menezi is just, come on, just
No!
relocating again. Look at this, the aggressiveness of this opera. He gets kills in Palace, he gets kills from the site with the Molotov, and then he just goes onto a ticket booth and goes huge from there. It's this kind of mobility that I'm kind of missing from Void, to be honest, but we'll be giving him a chance later on to see how he performs with the AWP himself.
Wasn't a 1G, by the way.
No, 1G is a very specific thing,
Yeah, killing yourself
unfortunately.
with a Molotov, I can do, but it's more specifically killing yourself with a Molotov to lose a round.
Yes, but that's so rare. We just kind of
Yeah.
want to make the reference anyway.
Yeah.
So every Molly kill is a 1G, I'm afraid. Ooh, okay. Not going good for the Astralis talent side here. Not much hope to begin with, but, you know, the upgraded pistols saving. Could have found a few frags, maybe done some economic damage to the Navi Junior side, which their economy is kind of running away at the moment. Menezi is going to be on 1300 after this round, and if he survives, of course. Just seeing that one from a third-person perspective.
Sort of how the USA sees all of their combat.
Woohoo! Topical.
Navi Junior with the lead, 5-4.
U.S. interventionist policies, guys. What? Definitely the butt of every war-related joke at the moment. But hey, let's focus on the fake war happening in front of us for now. Navi Jr. with an AWP and an AUG going to be taking on T's here. Void with an op, but Vester going huge onto Menezi, an op of his own going down. He wasn't even fully flashed, was he? But the wide swing, definitely good for a kill there.
Navi are going to be able to equalize things. Fair, nice little boost there up onto the cinder blocks on short. Gets himself a frag, and now this push coming in towards the B site. The Navi Junior player scrambling to try and defend, but Fair, he can't find anything else. Luckily, he's enough bait for his teammate to try and pick up two, and he will do. Leaves it up to just limited Astralis players. There's Onke, he's rotated in as well, leaving Vesta alone. 3 kills to find, but there's a nice opening. Knows the second player is close on the left, and he gets him as well, but low ammo, low HP. Pog is going to secure the final frag.
Poggy. Again, one of those rounds where Astralis Talent just get taken down one by one, you know, in quite slow succession. The B push, while Vester did go huge there toward the end, a very nice pre-fire toward the short area, just wasn't enough to get it done. And this is going to be a full buy round once again. AWP on Menezi and none on Void, so no Wapa duels in this one, I'm afraid. Just take a little in his hands for now. will be trying to aggress here toward the B apartments, Vigo. But there's 2 players waiting on the other side. And
Hello.
okay, spots out the head and gets the frag. Now only with 1 player left on B, this is starting to look doable. Has to go aggressive, while the other players, they can just sort of focus toward A, but it looks like B is still the place they want to be going toward. 2 players in kitchen now, trading out the player. 3v3 looking favorable for the junior side as the bomb is still down on balcony, but they lose Onkir.
Yeah, spotting out as well, that player towards short, that pillar. And I think they have an idea that somebody's already pushed deep in the site, but it's Vesta on the flank who needs to try and make something here. But the longer these Astralis talent players waiting towards B, the more chance of them realizing there's a flank. But Pogorlev, he'll get quarter 5 away, leaving Munezi a 1 versus 3. And surely he can't do this, but gets the first. Knows there's a player coming behind him. But he's going to push forwards and try and deal with this player in the site first. Does he know where he is? Certainly does now. With that flashbang coming through, it blinds him up. He can't find the shot. He needs to find this quickly because now Vesta is chasing, but a huge shot on towards Void. He's now left 1v1 with the flank player, the last one alive. And he's suspecting short, but he's going to go and check market either way and catches Vesta looking the other way. Unreasonable from Menezi.
How there's all headshots? The guy on the bench died at the fastest flick I've ever seen in my life. Of course, Vigo with that opening frag, but these are the real money shots. Look at that. Just how? How does someone flick that fast and that accurately? Simple who?
Menezi is just so outrageous.
Who, Megalo?
He's 150 ADR.
Yes, he is.
Ooh,
those were impact frags as well. Okay, well, you know, that's one way to take care of a good player. An entire nuke being dropped onto window as 2 opening frags do go the way of the Astralis talent side. Desperate for kills at the moment, and they will be able to retrieve some guns off the back of it shortly. It's going to be touch and go still, though. They don't really have the best weaponry yet, and there you go. They lose Void. He had the AWP.
Is in a good position here as well to catch the player with the bomb, but he scopes out just at the wrong time. We'll still be able to find Vesta, and that's the bomb dropped in an awkward position that forces Nixon to go very, very deep in towards the B bomb site to catch it. And that Molotov just limits his options as well with this Deagle. But at least he finds one. Can't follow up onto any more though. So Navi Jr., they do find another one. And just remember as well, this all came off the back of that Ornkir. What was it? 1v3, 1v4 clutch with the Deagle?
Yes. I can't remember if it was 3 or 4, but let's say it was 3 for the actual sort of part of the, frag movie. Those are the ones you would be putting in there. And with that kind of a performance, I think the bookies have spoken. Astralis talent definitely not favored in this one going forward. Remember, most of those rounds were because of the pistol round win, so definitely a tough spot to be in at the moment. Cynex, so aggressive and so good. Finds Vigo and Altex very soon, and that just sort of seals the round right there. If Astralis talent can't do anything from this connector position because they have a limited amount of time, they know those B players should be pretty far away, so they need to push through this smoke fast before they start peeking in toward connector. Onkir, however, still in jungle, finds the frag. Nixon should be good for the refrag, but that's too little too late at this point. 2v4 situation. As, okay, Fear does lose his life on short, and now this becomes a little bit more doable with 1 minute on the clock.
Yeah, a little bit more doable, but not really got the bomb anywhere near either of these sites. Nixon, he's towards jungle right now, but they know he was there as he fragged out Onkir. And well, with Monezi fanning that shot, it sort of limits the options. He's even able to get away with 8 HP. He's just unkillable at the moment. You know, if you disregard that round where he had 3 nades lobbed on his head, then he was killable.
But, if that's the condition, I don't think he's dying that many times.
True. You just let Pogorlev finish off that last kill. It looked like they were almost afraid to take the fight there, those 2 apartments played for Astralis talent. It looked like they were getting shot at them, just like, I don't want to peek, I don't want to peek. Try and hide. Which, I mean, I would be too if I was facing this Navi Junior side right now. I mean, Somebody'd say, like, let's try and take down Menezi, and I'd just get, like, nervous ticks.
Flashbacks
Yeah.
to his previous performances. Simple-esque in many ways. Oof, that Molotov is going to do quite a bit of damage, and it's going to force the players into more forward positions where they are much easier targets, and there you go. 2 entry kills already gotten for the Navi Junior side. The opening frags going their way yet again, as Astralis find themselves in a similar position to that other round. And just like in previous rounds before, losing players one by one, not really any kind of answer onto Navi, and their economy is starting to really run away with that amount of players surviving. But there you go. At least something for Nixon. Donkey, as the scoreboard calls him.
I wouldn't be that harsh.
Well, you know, I mean, it's the game that's BMing him, not me. All's fair.
Yeah. Well, the donkey's been put down now, so.
Get
Astralis
out of my
talent.
swamp, they shout.
Oh dear. We're not gonna go that off
What
that off
is
keel, I don't
not
think.
is it not time for the Shrek compressions yet? Is it not that part of the cast yet?
No, I
Because
think I think we have to wait a few more days.
because Navi they just got like 10 rounds in a row here.
Yeah.
That's pretty big, you know.
Yeah.
It
Not
is
bad.
starting to look like a bit of a stomp, and with Astralis Talon's buy here being this broken, look at this: 3 Mac 10s, Galil, and an AK, mediocre utility. Just a rush, a last-ditch effort to rescue this half as they push on through, but Menezi already on the rotate, finds the opening frag, and Fear to help out as well. Up close and personal, finds yet another, and that's just Vigo, stuck, trapped behind this car, goes down, and that's going to be 11 for the Russian-Ukrainian side. GH is in chat,
Hmm.
but really, it was not GH. It was Tom.
Yeah, I just remember as well, like Astralis talent, as you see there, they won the pistol. They got some nice follow-ups. It's looking like they were going to rocket themselves to that
Yeah.
5-0 lead, but
Like, oh,
okay.
we might have a game on our hands here, Danchan.
Also,
This one's gonna be good. Not just 10
also,
rounds in a row,
sorry, just
casually.
to point out as well, Astralis talent didn't plant the bomb a single round after the after from that clutch onwards.
God, you're right. That's just been devastating. I mean, yeah, the entry kills just went Navi Junior's way most of the time, right?
Yeah.
They didn't even have to wait for the retakes. Don't have to retake if the bomb never gets planted. Man pointing at his own head.
that is 5 head plays right there. just don't let them plant the bomb.
Well, Navi Jr. going to be going for a bit more of a tactical play here. 3 players on utility, so definitely going to be waiting for those smokes to do their thing as an entirely empty A bomb site will be executed onto. Of course, there are players in jungle, but now behind the smoke won't be much of a problem. The bomb should be going down shortly, and the retake should be on then. So it's down to the Navi Junior side to get good after plant positions. Let's see what they actually go for. A flash through the smoke into jungle, perhaps? Yes, Fear all the way up close. Ankir has more luck than him at this point, finds 2 kills, looking for a third, and those jungle players are already pegged down quite a few points. As it is a 3-on-2, and Ankir up close, doesn't manage to find it. Okay, 2v2.
There's potential here, but they need to try and collect a kit because the time is running down. I'm not sure if there's one in reach. Doesn't matter if there was because they're both dead. And there's the easy spray. Love to see it. Menez is just a baller.
Quite expensive as well. It's like 3 cents or 2 cents per spray.
Yeah, but you can get like 50 of them in it, so you know that might last a match or two with you, Menezi.
Every round's easy for Menezi, even when he loses. Too easy. So Navi Jr. of course going to be starting on the front foot here with quite a good buy. 2 Galils and a Mac 10. Standing out from those Kalashnikovs and Astralis talent on a full eco here. USPs across the board. Just gonna be waiting for those, 1 or 2 lucky frags, but other than that, it's a complete write-off. Navi Jr. might as well be on the 13th on the scoreboard at this juncture.
This apartment's push. Probably going to get squashed pretty soon by Cynix. Yeah, there we go. Easy kill. That leaves the B site very exposed. There's a player up in ladder room. One kill will dispatch of him. I think just falling into place. All looking pretty simple. Monezi will call out the player underground if he can't kill it himself. But, yeah. Ooh, there's a kill.
There you go. Void finally finds one. Onto Menezi as well. That's not been an easy task so far. 24 kills and 8 deaths. Dan Chan, that is a good scoreline for 17 rounds in, is it not?
Yes, you know, it's not bad. Not quite the same as yesterday, but pretty decent nonetheless.
Yeah, if this was a real Navi match, you know, Navi would still be losing. XD.
Just thrown that one in there, have you?
Just, yeah, BMing the Navi squad a little bit. I love them, man, but they can't keep wasting Simple's Prime like this.
I know. They just need to. All they need to do is try and promote Simple into this Navi Junior squad. I think Simple's really proven he deserves it.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Menezi will be more than happy to give him his seat. And well, speaking of the devil, he gets 2 kills on top mid. Honkir loses his life, but Navi Junior again with the opening frags in their favor can just pick whichever bomb site to go to and show the Astralis talent side what it's like to plant the bomb for once, punching in those C4 digits, as it's not quite clear where they'll be going to for now. All in all, looks like A should be on the menu. Nixon the only man to receive them, except for that player in CT, of course. And there you go. Nixon has gone away, so now it's down to Void. Definitely should be getting 1 frag at least onto ramp as they push out. Fall back, wait for backup, and then retake from there. But we'll be seeing how Navi Jr. deals with him. Plenty of utility on them, remember. They could have done just like an A-side execute. They don't want to alert the CTs that they're coming this early. They want Void to call for back late, and he doesn't even get the frag. That's going to be the A-bomb side wide open, as the rotates are going to be very late. Utility as well dispatched just to make sure there's no CTs lurking about, as the bomb should be going down shortly, but Nixon prepared for it. He might get the kill.
And he does
There you
at
go.
least take down Pogolev. Provides some opportunity, but that utility forces them back very, very quickly. With Nixon just on 11 HP, he can't really stick around. That Molotov would kill him in a matter of moments. And limited opportunity here, unless they can find a kill quickly, which Altex will indeed do. Takes down Menezi and now leaves it just in a 2-on-2. But Cynix, he's got a volley of gunfire heading his way, and he will get taken down by Nixon. It's a defuse that's possible, but with just 11 HP for Nixon, a 1v1, he's going to tap the bomb, try and bait out the peak, and he does. But there's just not enough time without that kit. And I think he may even dive to the bomb. May just get away.
No, I think he gets away with this one. Love the crown graffiti as well, just to further confuse his opponent.
Yeah.
Using graffitis mid-gunfight. Very spicy. We do like a bit of spice over here. You know what else we like? 2-0 stomps. Because that means there's a longer break in between games. But, you know, selfish reasons aside, Navi Jr., they've just been insane on this entire map. Like, come on. Astralis talent, I was expecting so much from them. I was expecting for this to be a 3-mapper, but a stomp on basically both maps, you know, be it Astralis' pick or Navi's. Definitely a strong outing here for the Russian-Ukrainian side. And I don't know, man. The Danes, they woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. Getting outclassed by young Simple over there, Menezi.
Just a couple rounds away from securing this 2-0. Void, however, wants to prolong it. Finding the opening onto Wonkir, he's given Astralis talent a bit of wiggle room in this round. And potential, actually, for late round to maybe upgrade one of these MP9s into the rifle that's been dropped mid. If they're retaken, and well, might not even need to retake, as a flurry of kills come through, leaving just Fear and Menezi a 2v5. But one thing we noticed yesterday from Navi Junior is their ability just to clutch out so many deficit rounds. That
Yeah,
was that was impressive, to say
it
the
was
least.
just so many times, right? You couldn't believe it if you saw it, but I think this one's a bit too hard to salvage, personally. 20 seconds left on the clock, and it looks like the Navi boys have decided, hey, saving isn't all that bad. Still Fear pushing on forward. Not sure what he's looking for other than his own demise, and that's going to come dangerously close to transpiring there. But come on, it's an MP9. Not that dangerous, all things considered.
Well, 5 players alive. That's always nice. And Harvey Jr. just need to keep these 2 players alive for themselves because time expired. They do so and carry that up in the AK into the next round, which is all they have. They do buy up some deagles, some pistols around the weaponry, but a 5th on the board for the Astralis talent side and a little bit of cash built up for a couple of players as well there as they keep all 5 alive. But a lot of it's spent on upgrading off those MP9s and getting some utility through. So, I mean, a chance here for Astralis to gain a few more rounds, make this a more reasonable scoreline, perhaps. Because if they can beat this round off, they'll have themselves an anti-eco to play with.
But come on, Menezzi's still alive with an AWP. Anything can happen in this round. Until that scoreboard reaches 14-6, there's still everything to play for here. Astralis talent, of course, decked out with AK-47s, but that's not going to be helping if Menezzi can take it down with 1 bullet. That's the first. The opening frag goes their way. Still a lot to do here, of course. The rest of the players not as well equipped, but an AK salvage, that's going to help a ton.
No.
Who's coming in? Okay, Menezzi finding Nixon through the smoke. How does he do that? I don't know. But now Astralis talent, they've rotated 3 players
Oh,
to help out here,
no.
and it's a complete massacre. Pogorlov finding the kill onto stairs, and now, well, those 2 players in CT, they can just hope for some exits because the round's over, man.
Well, that is disastrous.
How? Menezzi finds 2. I was memeing, man. I was like, oh yeah, well, he's still alive with the AWP. Anything can happen. Wink, wink. Just a casual 2K, winning the
Anything
round.
can happen, yeah, you know.
Pogorlov like finding that 1 deagle frag that we just sort of expected would happen naturally as a result of having this many deagles on the players, but come on, not even gonna let them survive, are you? Void, he's not allowed to take that weapon into the next round. 15-5 match point, and what have Astralis talent got? Not that much money in the bank, I'll tell you that for free.
Yeah,
I mean, they're gonna have a decent buy, but they might be missing utility and stuff, you know?
Yeah, for sure. There was a couple of players who had a bit of extra cash, and obviously they've still got pretty decent loss bone. I think 2,900 will have been coming into their accounts after that round, so a lot of cash to work with. But not much in terms of the grand scheme of things, because it's a few M4s, a couple of FAMASs, a few smokes, and a single flashbang are all that remains, and there's a minute 35 still on the clock. As you'd hope to try and find 6 here, Astralis talent. They're facing match point. NAVI Jr. looking to rocket their way into that. I think it's technically called a consolidation final. I always hate the word, but I think it's called a consolidation final. What I've always
Man, I
seen
can't
the name
even
as.
spell that.
C. It begins with a C.
Well, there we go. Anker finding the opening frag once again for the Navi Junior side will be attempting to take this A bomb site here. And Astralis talent, they've stacked 3 players onto it. Alltech's already finding a frag of his own, but that's going to be traded, and kills raining in from left, right, and center. This was a foregone conclusion, but Astralis talents, they just capitulate in this round, right? No real rifles to work with. FAMASs across the board, and no real utility to hold these Navi boys back. Does result in a 16-5 score line in the end. Congratulations to the Navi boys for taking this one in very quick 2-0 fashion. We will be back